What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. On today's channel, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite snacks that I've been using while I've been entering into my cut. So I just started my cut. I am my third week in, and if you want to know the parameters, then I do have a separate video for that. But today I just wanted to go through some of my snacks that I've been using while I have been reducing my calories in the hopes of seeing some fat loss. So, disclaimer, none of these snacks are like 0 calories or negative calories. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that term, but that was a term that was thrown out there on the internet for quite some time. So all of these snacks definitely have calories. Some of them have fiber, they have fat, some of them have sugars. So if you're eating any of these snacks in excess, you could not be in a calorie deficit and you could still maintain your weight or gain weight. It just depends on how much of it you're consuming, right? So I'm eating these snacks to make sure that I have something that I'm enjoying in my day, but I am still eating them in an amount that is fitting within my macros. So I'll explain that a little bit as we go on. So first snack is going to be a soda. So I was actually never much of a soda person, and then I do love root beer, and I would kind of make a special occasion of, like, if I'm going to the movie theater, having some root beer and some popcorn. And one day at some like local cafe, I came across this root beer soda. So it's a classic root beer. It's a sparkling tonic. The brand kind of says that it has prebiotic botanical plant fiber, and they're saying that it has prebiotics in there to support digestive health. I cannot really attest to that specifically one way or another. However, this whole can of root beer is only 35 calories, total fat 0 grams, carbs 16 grams of carbs, protein 0 grams, dietary fiber 9 grams, total sugars 2 grams. So this is, and contains 3% juice, but whatever. There's like almost no sugar in there. So this is such a great option to kind of crave that sweetness that you get from a drink. Definitely if you are a like soda drinker, switching to something that's a little bit low calorie, even if you normally drink Coke and you switch to Diet Coke, that can have a positive impact on your journey towards fat loss if you yourself are doing a cut, or you're just trying to see some change in your body and you're not going through like a specific calorie deficit, but you're just trying to watch your weight. Something like that is going to make a huge difference. Yeah, so I'm going to compare the Olipop soda to a normal 12-ounce can of like cola, and it's a big difference calorie wise. Like I said, this is only 35 calories. So this is so great whenever I come home and I just need like a nice little picker upper. I'm craving something sweet, but I don't want to, you know, I don't know, eat a slice of cake or something. Snack number 2. Technically, I consider these breakfast, but they could also be considered a snack. And that is my Bear Bells protein bars. So Bear Bells, this one's hazelnut nougat. And these are higher calorie, so I just have one a day, and I use it as a breakfast tool because I just don't get up early enough to kind of make my own breakfast before work, nor whenever I'm at work. I'm not sitting at a desk where I can eat a breakfast, and so I'm working one-on-one with people, and I can't just sit there and like eat yogurt while I'm helping someone adjust their weights and talk over their form, etc., etc. So I need something that I can have really quick. And as far as a protein bar goes, these have some really good, I'm holding it upside down. Anyway, these have some really pretty good macros. So they are 200 calories. So they're still like calorie dense for 20 grams of protein and 9 grams of fat. So overall, I've checked out a lot of protein bars. There's like a lot of protein bars at the coffee shop around the corner from me. Their macros don't even come close. They're a lot of like fat in these bars tend to be higher than 9 grams of fat, and the protein tends to be lower, and the calories can be 200 to 300 calories, maybe even more depending on the protein bar. These flavors are great. They just remind me of like a better version of a Snickers bar, honestly. Like, they're so good. They're chocolatey, they're chewy. I just love them so much, and like everybody at my gym is eating these now, just because I'm such an advocate. And no, I am not sponsored, although I would not mind to be an affiliate. If you compare something like this to like a Greek yogurt, and you are really at a place where you really need to watch your calories but still get in your protein, something like a Greek yogurt would be a better swap for this protein bar. Serving of Greek yogurt, and currently I'm using Trader Joe's, so these are the macros for this specific yogurt that I'm using. It's for 170 grams. It is only 110 calories, and it has 17 grams of protein in there. I don't remember the fat right off the top of my head, but it is a non-fat yogurt, so it's gonna be like 3 grams of fat. You could opt to have this or the yogurt. The yogurt is gonna have only 3 grams less of protein, but the yogurt is only 110 calories, where this is 200 calories. So just keep that in mind. And honestly, protein yogurt is something that I eat every single day to help me hit my protein goals. I normally mix it with honey, and sometimes I'll put in some raisins, or I'll have a side of fresh fruit. And it's a great snack because it helps keep you full. It's sweet, it's creamy. I know it's not the most exciting, but Greek yogurt is a great snack. Maybe fourth up on our list. Yeah, so these cookie thins from Trader Joe's. This is a Meyer lemon flavor, and these are so effing good. One of my friends was trying these out with me, and then she said it reminded her of a Girl Scout cookie, and I was like, I thought there was a lemon Girl Scout cookie that I have completely forgotten about. So I can have 9 of these cookies is 1 serving, and 9 of these nice little crispy shortbreads equate to 110 calories, 4 grams of fat, which is not a lot, 1 gram of protein, 17 grams of carbs. These are so great because sometimes you're just in the mood to snack, you know? Sometimes you don't want to have just one piece of something. Like if I had a piece of chocolate, I can only have 1 piece of chocolate, and that piece of chocolate, depending on the chocolate, is like 130, 150 calories for like a piece, maybe 2 pieces, just depends. If I want something where I can kind of reach for a few of them, this has been such a game changer. It's been such a lifesaver for me because I really enjoy sweets, and having kind of this idea that I am still able to snack on something is really just kind of calming to my mind. It helps my mental health while I'm still having to kind of, you know, track my calories and be in a deficit. Another kind of sweet snack that I have really been loving lately, I just recently kind of discovered this one, is this Coffee Rio. This Coffee Rio, like little like candies. So let's open one of these up. Chewy, caramely deal. Let me get my head out of the way. And these are really tasty as well. And this is per serving. A serving size is 4 of these little pieces of candy, and it's only 2 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbs, 0 protein. And it's 60 calories for 4 of these. So most days I don't even have 4. Most days I only have like 2. So that's only 30 calories. And so this is something else that's like after dinner, whenever I'm craving something a little bit sweeter, I might have this 1 or 2 like after dinner, or maybe 1 after lunch, 1 after dinner, whatever. These are just really great to help satisfy kind of that sweet tooth. I'm a person who really enjoys sweets, and if I deprive myself from sweets like for too long, then my craving definitely like increases. And then next thing you know, I'm like at a coffee shop and I'm buying like a chocolate croissant, and then I'm buying a cupcake, and then, you know, whatever. So it leads me down a kind of like a dark rabbit hole personally. And just again, like coming from a mental health aspect, immediately telling myself that you cannot have sweet things, you can't have chocolate, you can't have this, you can't have that, that immediately makes me crave that item. And then it makes sticking to like foods that I know are going to serve me better during my deficit, it makes it that much harder to stay within those foods and not to indulge in like a cupcake. I live in the city and we have so many great bakeries and we have so much great food around us that I need I need as much help as I can get to kind of adhere to my deficit. Last but not least are rice cakes. There are so many brands of rice cakes. I've picked up brands that have like little coating of chocolate on them. These are just plain like whole grain rice cakes, and one cake is 70 calories. It depends on what kind of rice cakes you get. There are so many different brands that have like super skinny ones, and these are a bit thicker. This is the only one that's like a salty savory snack, and I don't eat it alone. I'll eat it kind of like a sandwich. So I'll replace a slice of bread with like a slice of rice cake. So I could eat it so many different ways. I just had it as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich yesterday. I will put some ham, some Incredi sauce on there. Oh, I need to show you guys Incredi sauce. So, okay. I've also done tuna sandwiches on it. That one's super great. Mixed tuna with a little bit of like an olive oil or a little bit of a mayo, salt and pepper, and you have carbs, you have protein. Sometimes it's a really easy, great way to meet my protein goals is by just throwing some chicken breast, throwing some tuna, or throwing some like slice of ham. Bada bing, bada boom. Got protein, got carbs. Yeah, so these can be a really great alternative to bread. I will say that I'm still eating breads. Like I've been buying a lot of these English McMuffins from Trader Joe's, and earlier today I had half of a bagel. So I still am incorporating bread items just depending on where I'm at in my macros that day. I'm gonna go back and get my Incredi sauce. Trader Joe's Incredi sauce. Let me move out of the way. So I am definitely like a mayonnaise girl. I love mayonnaise. I just love mayonnaise, you guys. I have mayonnaise on my sandwiches. I have mayonnaise with French fries. I'm that girl. I love mayonnaise. But mayonnaise is pretty calorie dense. It's pretty high in fat per like tablespoon or per 2 tablespoons per serving. And Incredi sauce is kind of mayo-like, but it's kind of like honey mustard-like at the same time. So it's kind of that nice blend. It's definitely like a creamy, and yeah, I don't know, it has kind of like that honey mustard flavor to it, except the mustard flavor isn't really strong. I don't know what to say. But every time I feel like I'm craving like a mayo, almost every time I feel like I'm craving a mayo, I'll use Incredi sauce instead. So for 2 tablespoons, for 32 grams of this stuff is 100 calories, 7 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbs, 8 grams of sugars, no protein. However, I never use like 32 grams of this ever. I often am using like 10 to 12 grams at a time. And so whenever you break it down, whenever you're using just that portion of it, but total fat for 32 grams is only 7 grams. So if I'm only using like 10 to 12 grams, that's about a third of 7 grams. It's not a lot of fat. So this has been like a really great option. I'll use this, like I'll make a breakfast sandwich and I'll put this on. I'll put this on roasted potatoes. I'll put it on almost anything, you guys. Almost anything, okay? Okay, you guys, that was it for some of my favorite snacks while being on a cut. I said I was done, but I'm not done. I totally forgot about 2 of some of maybe the like best snacks that you guys can utilize if you are trying to lose weight, lose fat, if you're going through your cut. And that is, you're gonna hate me, which is maybe why I didn't bring it up earlier, fruits and vegetables. Yay! Because they are not very calorie dense. You can have a pretty good size portion of some fruits, some veggies, and they're just very low calorie. They also include fiber, so fiber is going to help you feel full, feel nice and satiated. Berries are sweet. Something like a lot of like cruciferous vegetables are like crunchy. They take a while to chew. That's also great for kind of your hunger cues to realize that you are getting full just because it's taking you longer to eat your food. And then obviously that fiber content is really good. Something like baby carrots, 3 ounces of those is only 35 calories, 1 gram of protein, and 8 grams of carbs. Something that I'll do is whenever I'm coming home and I'm super hungry, I still need to make my food, and I feel like I just need something to tie me over, I reach for something like baby carrots or some fruit to kind of tie me over until it's actually mealtime. In the past, I would reach for things like pretzels. I used to love to snack on pretzels. And I'm not saying snacking on pretzels is wrong. It's just that I can get so much more out of carrots versus something like pretzels. So pretzels, for the same amount of calories, if you equate, you know, their calories or whatever, pretzels, you're gonna only have a certain amount of serving. Something like carrots or even fruit, you're gonna have just more of it to equate for the calories. So I was just describing 3 ounces worth of baby carrots, and I'm plugging this into my phone just so I can give you guys the same ounces. So 3 ounces of like a cantaloupe melon, like the orange melons, that's only 30 calories and 6.9 carbs, 0.7 grams of protein. So calorie wise, they're just about the same. So 3 ounces of melons, 3 ounces of carrots, about the same calorie wise. Sometimes you want something sweet, sometimes you want something a little bit more savory, more fibrous, more filling, especially if you're like in a snacky mood and you just want to be able to reach for things, get a good crunch going. Yeah, those baby carrots are so good. And I know a lot of you guys are just going to be like, eye roll, you know, and that's totally fine. So anyway, so yep, another like quality snack, guys. Fruits and veggies. I know, you hear it all the time. You hear people say get your servings in, and it's true though. Like, they are so great, and like I said, there's a few different ways you can implement them, like strawberries with some Greek yogurt, some honey. Ooh, throw some mint on there. So that was truly my final snack reporting. Okay, that is it for today, guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you kind of like the videos that I've been putting out. Hopefully you guys find them helpful. Comment with any questions. And I'll be doing kind of a series on how my cut is going and other videos like this, just surrounding like what it's like going through a cut. Maybe meal ideas while you're cutting, how to balance your meals throughout the day, etc., etc. So yeah, stay tuned. You will be hearing from me very soon. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you later.